My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land where the pilgrims fight. From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
WCCO Television News presents The Wonderful World of a 4-Year-Old. Brought to you by Mini Gasco.
A 4-year-old is a puzzling piece of pint-sized humanity. Hard to comprehend, easy to love, impossible to ignore. This is the story of one 4-year-old. His name is Damon. To call him typical would be a misnomer and a mistake. For 4-year-olds come in packages of one of a kind. No two are alike. But they share a common world. A lollipop world, reserved for the young and the innocent. A world we all once knew, but too soon forgot. Buttons and buckles and boots. The 4-year-old is a social butterfly. Delights in making new friends, but often has trouble keeping them. He can be bold and boastful and bossy, but so are most of his companions, and they forget as fast as they forgive. If you're 4 and a little brother, life can be miserable. But if you're 4 and a big brother, you can be king of the hill, champ of the household. Little brother is Lance, a 2.5-year-old dynamo who someday will be a worthy addition to the fraternity of 4-year-olds. Child psychologists are fond of describing a 4-year-old's behavior as out of bounds, physically, emotionally, and verbally. An age when he begins to flex the muscles of his own personality. An age of persistent curiosity.
Is that a girl?
Mm-hmm, that's Penny.
Who's that?
Turkey Lurkey.
Who's that?
Ducky Lucky.
Who's that?
Oh, that, let's see, Goosey Lucy.
Who's this house, Foxy Loxy?
Yes.
Is she going to it?
Mm-hmm.
This is the house.
That's right.
She'd walk around,
Maybe.
and then told Goosey Lucy and come in the house and ate her up. Foxy Loxy turned and, who is this?
That's Ducky Lucky.
For some reason, 4-year-olds have a fascination with the miracle of birth and the mystery of death. They have a consuming curiosity about where we come from and where we go. They want an explanation they can understand and believe. When Damon discovered his mother was going to have another baby, he was full of questioning wonder. Would it have a string like a doll baby? What would we call it? Damon decided on Batman if it were a boy, Blondie if it were a girl.
Because the baby's in her hands are like this and her tummy sticking out. Yeah, that's true.
Can you feel it? Can you see her moving?
Yeah, when you were eating there, she said, I told you. And you said, what's that? I told you, that's a cow. And you said, it's a baby, and it was wiggling.
Yes, if you hold your hand there, it'll wiggle again, I think.
It's sleep.
Oh, it's asleep now.
She says, be quiet.
Oh, you think we might wake it up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It would only be a matter of days before the waiting and the questioning were over, before his mother would go to the hospital to get their new baby.
Hey, I got a new sister. Don't want me to get my candy and say hello to her? You can say hello to you. Okay. Let's do that. Boy, a big boy baby, and a wiener.
You want a wiener?
Yeah. That's it.
For the next 4 or 5 days, Damon and Lance batched it at home with Dad, eating wieners and beans and TV dinners. To Damon's disappointment, the new baby would be neither Batman nor Blondie. Her name would be Charisse, but that was okay, too. He was waiting by the door when Mother and Dad and baby drove home from the hospital. Whether he was happier to see his mother or his new little sister is hard to say, but he was happy. Of that there can be no question. Damon had prepared a proper homecoming. His toys were stacked by the crib to be offered in proud tribute to the newcomer who would now share his world.
Look at you. Yeah, the whole basket is filled.
I want to see what it looks like. Eyes look like.
What her eyes look like?
Yeah.
Can you open your eyes for your brother? Huh?
She doesn't got no teeth.
No, she doesn't have any teeth, does she?
I told you. Look at how it's so fun. Huh? Not teeth.
Look at you.
Give her food.
Get her food. Do you remember how Mama feeds the baby?
Yeah. How did you feed all those babies?
How did Mama feed you?
When I was a little girl.
When you were a little boy.
A 4-year-old's fascination with a new baby is genuine, but short-lived. There's too much else new and exciting happening around him. Give a 4-year-old some snow and watch him go. He'll build forts and castles and elaborate snowmen. Tell him it's cold and he'll tell you, so what? What is more satisfying and more memorable than the face of a child on Christmas morning, surrounded by the secrets that Santa's left, wide-eyed at the wonder of it all? It is a scene that has repeated itself through the generations. All of us, at one time or another, have felt the magic of that moment. But the passing years do not tarnish the glitter nor spoil the spell of Christmas. For children are Christmas.
That's nice.
Look at my nice cat.
Damon had to contend with the chicken pox on this Christmas, spending as much time scratching as he did unwrapping.
How bad? Yes. Dad, you don't
Many children find it impossible to contain themselves on Christmas morning. They go from package to package, barely ripping the wrapping from one before beginning the next. But some children, like Damon, carefully unwrap each gift, examine its contents, and exhaust its play possibilities before going on to the next.
For you too, Damon. I don't know about this.
It's a pocket game.
No. This one behind you. One with the cute dinosaur.
It's a pocket game. A book reader. That's a reader. Like a pocket reader. Lion.
Oh, isn't that nice? That'll go with
Who?
the Viewmaster little story.
Yes. Look at mine. Rocket City.
Of the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
And look at this. There you go, Lamb.
Look. He's got a rifle. Look, I got a radio gun.
Oh, that's right.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. You have to shoot me, too.
To a 4-year-old, happiness is an excursion, especially if it's to the zoo, and most especially if it's with Dad. Curiously, Mother is of less concern to Damon at 4 than she was at 3, or will be at 5. But Dad is very important to the 4-year-old. He quotes him,
What is that?
mimics him, and loves to be with him.
A zebra.
Like Z.
His name is Z. Do you think his name is Z?
Yeah.
Baby name, zebra name Z?
No.
That's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, man. Look at all these.
Look at the camels coming up to see us.
Hello, camel. Look at that. No, that is a big difference. You can't get up on that thing.
Well, just look at that train. Look at the
Damon's eyes are everywhere. There's so much to be seen, to be savored, to be remembered. It's a totally new world, a strange storybook world, so different from his own that he scarcely takes time to stop.
Oh, look at that lazy crocodile. Come out of the back. Throw it down to that seal right there. Oh, look at his... Ready to show one? A green banana.
There's those birds that have, look at that big pointed bird. That's the bird I'm talking about. Yeah, the big
Where's the fruit loop bird?
Fruit Loop birds are right there.
What do you want? You want something else?
There's more than the animals at the zoo. There's caramel corn and pop and people. Oh, so many people. And there are the rides, whirling and spinning on every side.
look at that thing.
That's a mill.
I want to ride
The helicopter or there's a plane?
I want to ride those.
Okay.
The end of summer is, in a very real sense, the end of an era for the 4-year-old turning 5. He is innocently unaware of the change, but gone forever is the unfettered freedom to be what he wants to be, to do what he wants to do. From that first day of school, life will begin to be ruled by a timetable, tempered by increasing demands and duties. Damon is not yet 5, but he'll go to a private kindergarten. His teacher is Mrs. Hanson, and he will discover quickly that he has much to learn.
Damon, would you like some play? Would you? What is your play?
I can't get up
This, and the right hand goes right there. And you say, please stand. And everybody will stand. And say, please stand real loud. Say, please stand.
Please stand.
And we all stand and we look at the flag. Stand right by your chair. That's right, right by your chair. And then we take our right hand and we hold our right hand.
I don't know what my right hand is.
Well, that's fine. Today it doesn't matter. We'll learn what the right hand is another day. So just put your right hand, the one you think is your right hand, right here. Face, look at the flag, and I'll say the pledge with you. And try your very best to say the pledge today. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. When you say be seated. Did we get your
But there's more to learn than the Pledge of Allegiance in your right hand from your left. Damon must learn how to get along day after day with others of his age, how to share, how to do as he's told. He'll be taught how to cut and paste and paint, how to color inside the lines. He'll begin to learn his numbers and his letters, new songs, and new stories.
I hurry home to tell my daddy about my victory. I'm very proud of my big fellow, he says, shaking my hand. And this time he's right. I am a big fellow. And I think you're bigger too now that you go to school, don't you?
Yeah. Two big rabbits hop out of a briar patch and punch and tease him. And they shout, "You're smaller than a daisy. Your father's fat and lazy." That's not very nice, is it? He is smaller than a daisy, but I wonder how they know about his father. "Stop that," I shout. Look how big he is now. "Stop that," I shout. "Why don't you pick on someone your own size?" "Why don't you," they say, running away. "Thank you, big rabbit," said the little rabbit, drying his eyes with a flower petal. Isn't he cute? "I am a big rabbit now," I say. But once, I was just the littlest rabbit.
Every 4-year-old yearns for the day he will be 5. And that day finally came for Damon.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Damon. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, she's got them all. Oh, my goodness. Shall we cut it now?
It was a birthday party like any other birthday party. Ice cream and cake, balloons and silly hats. It will soon be only a memory, and then, not even that. Maybe that's the way it should be. But wouldn't it be nice if we could relive for a moment our 5th birthday party and feel once again the wonderful freshness and vitality we felt on that day? Perhaps it is because we cannot that we so prize our children and grandchildren, that through them we are able to relive again and again the wonderful world of a 4-year-old.
I don't. Tape is on it, you know. Sure. Oh, look at look at all the money.
It's a piggy bank.
No, it isn't.
What is it?
Bubble bath.
Oh, bubble bath. Oh, my goodness.
Look at all the money got on it. Here, David. Let's see the money. Here, David. Here, give me a penny. Oh, that's what made me. I can't see. Boy, that's a.
Look at the funny thing. Oh, I get the money?
Yeah. I don't have the money. Save my money. Here's the bubble bath.
Boy, isn't that nice?
No, don't. Now, Emma, go.
Don't push this. Here.
Don't go away. No. Is it yours? I can do this.
There it is.
The Wonderful World of a 4-Year-Old. Brought to you by Mini Gasco.